Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Wednesday. We're about halfway through this week, and it's February the 2nd. And of course, the wind is howling outside. The wind's out of the north, and I suppose the winter weather is still coming toward us. And hope you're ready for it. Anyway, we'll get through this, Lord willing, and. Anyway, hope you're doing well this morning. Hope you had a good night's rest. Anyway, this morning I want to share a devotion talking about how we need to be sharing a vision of faith and not fear. In our world today. If you look at the future, with fear instead of faith, then you will underestimate the abilities that God has given you. Seeing life, with eyes of fear, it causes you to bury your talents. When Moses, in the Old Testament, in the book of Numbers, when Moses he sent out these spies to scope out the promised land, and 10 of the 12 spies they came back, and in Numbers 13:31 they said, "We can't attack those people. They're stronger than we are." Even though God, had promised, to be with them, you see, they responded in fear rather than faith. Only Joshua and Caleb, two of the spies, believed in God's promise, that they could, take possession of the land. They believed they could. People who always say, "I can't," and the people who always say, "I can," are both right. You ask why? Well, it's because fear creates self-fulfilling prophecies. And this happened to Job, when he said in Job 3:25, "What I feared has come upon me. What I dreaded has happened to me." A vision, that's based on fear, rather than faith, it's going to limit you for your entire life. You're going to miss, opportunities because of that. You're going to waste the talent that God has given you. And you're going to set yourself up with the self-defeating predictions. The spies, with fear-based vision, they saw themselves as inadequate. Listen to what they said in Numbers 13:32 and 33. "The land we explored devours those living in it. All the people we saw there are great size. We seem like grasshoppers in our own eyes, and we look the same to them." Now, there really were giants in the Promised Land. They caused some of the Israelites, to see themselves as tiny bugs, sure to get squashed. Now, that's a self-defeating image. Listen, it didn't affect just the spies' confidence. You see, it also caused them to then project, their fears onto the others when they came back and gave their report. See, that's the problem with a fear-based vision. The way you see yourself in life will rub off on the people around you. Now, if the spies, had looked at the Promised Land with faith instead of fear, you see, they would have seen the same thing that Joshua and Caleb did, a land that was flowing with milk and honey. Even when they looked at the giants, Joshua and Caleb, they saw their potential through God's eyes. They said in Numbers 13:30, "We should go up and take possession of the land, for we can certainly do it." They were talking about with God's help they could do it. Listen, never underestimate what God can do through you and when you obey Him in faith. You see, whatever He has called you to do, you can certainly accomplish whatever it is in His strength. I think that's the thing we have to remember is we can't accomplish anything on our own, in our own strength. But when we go with God's strength, when we look through His eyes instead of ours, we can see that we can have victory, and God can use us to do whatever He's called us to do. And I hope that will help you this morning. I hope hope that you'll look at things through God's eyes instead of your own. Ask for God to give you the vision that He wants you to have, and He will provide that, and He'll give you the faith to do it. And so, anyway, I hope that you have a wonderful day. Remember, Angie and I, we love you guys, and we're praying for you. Stay warm today. Stay in if you don't have to get out. And anyway, Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.